You're gonna like this topic.
Okay.
I know you're gonna like this topic
Okay.
because I chose this topic because I knew you would like this topic.
Okay.
This topic is celebration. Sorry
Okay.
for those listening on Spotify. What does it mean to celebrate?
Coming to be. Celebration, the way I want to look at it today, is I'm a possibility and I come to be. And the process of coming to be is the celebration. So celebration is also actualization. I have a potential of being this and I'm coming to be this. So to me, celebration is birthing, It's actually birthing. When you're birthing, so whenever you celebrate, you are giving birth to something or participating in the birthing process. So celebration is the most important thing. You see, what happens to most people, and they are a potential. Potential is, it's not yet. It's a promise. Celebration is when the promise is being actualized. The process is celebration. So there is a rule, in native culture. When they start the planting process, they celebrate. When they harvest, they celebrate. When the child comes, they celebrate. They say it is an action of holding what can come to be. Like whatever that is going to come to be, celebration is what holds it. And if you don't celebrate, you might miss it coming into being. So if you live a life in celebration, you are participating in whatever that is that you can come to be. Celebration is not just partying, it's not just, it's just okay, it's New Year's or whatever birthday. Celebration is that living energy. I suspect, in a very poetic or a mystical way, the universe is celebrating. No, the universe is a celebration. It is whatever that can come to be, comes to be. If we agree with the Big Bang theory, there was a bang. And then everything that can come to be is now coming to be. And one day they say it will dissolve back and again to come back. So that movement to me is celebration. And the skill is to be in that celebration at all time. I think if you're not celebrating, if you grow up in a family that is not celebrating, the potential of what can be never happen. Misery is the missing of what can come to be. If you take most ancient cultures, the Hindu, the Chinese, the Australian Aboriginal, any culture, they all seated in celebration, in dance, in this. We think it's just one of those things. No. There is an existential element. If somebody is running 100 meters, people are cheering, celebrating. A country wins a gold medal, it's celebrating, it's coming to be. Now, when do we miss celebration? When we live without considering what can come to be. What am I? A promise. What am I? What can be? When you carry a child, what can be? That's life, that's living. A seed is what can come to be. You plant the seed, it becomes a tree, it gives fruit. It nurtures the animal, it becomes part of existence. I think there are forces out there that works against your celebration. I think if the people who are listening, if you know how to be in celebration, if you know, and if you wake up in the morning in celebration, go to bed in celebration, I think what can come to be will unfold naturally. There is a force that is pulling you. It's like you're swimming with the current, not against the current. You're sailing with the wind, not against the wind. Suddenly you feel like life is holding you. Like here, the East, like the Hindu tradition, they do pujas and they do elaborate things in the temple. I know outwardly people say, they're praying to the god or they're appeasing the god. That's a whole nother question to go into. But the whole spirit is in a spirit of what can come to be. What life is, what can come to be. So life is celebration. Life is this upflow of energy. Life is what can come to be. If somebody asks you, who are you yet to be, sir? I can tell you what I've been. But if you really want to know me, I must tell you what can come to be as me. Don't ask me as something that is just this. I cannot be just this. I am a flow. I am an impulse. I am a movement. I am what can come to be. So you ask, what is celebration? Being true to what can come to be.
Why should we celebrate?
I don't know whether that question is valid. Why should we celebrate? All I'm saying is there's only celebration.
Yeah.
So why should we celebrate is an irrelevant question. It's almost like you say, I'm going to be against whatever that can come to be.
Yeah.
If you accept time as a reality, even though in a bigger sense, time is not a reality. Time is just a movement of here to here. It is the movement of what can unfold.
So celebration as we know it and how we use the word, we celebrate a birthday, we celebrate a promotion, we celebrate things. It's not exactly what you're saying, right?
No, but yes, it is an excuse to. It is the misunderstanding of that word. Maybe what I'm trying to say is, if you are not in that energy of celebration, you are not existing because you are a process. You are still happening. You are still unfolding. Let's say what happens, somebody is the old age and he's dying. What is the celebration? The celebration of the accomplishment. That is the last bow. That's also a celebration of a life well lived.
Is all of life a celebration?
It should be. Now you can ask why sometime it is not. People are against what can come to be. People want to stick on to the old. There's always a force, when you move forward, there's something pulling back.
Why?
Because with what is known, we have control. With what is known, we know how to manipulate. We know how to manage it. What is to be, we don't know. So we are incredibly afraid of the new. Because with the old, we have control. With the new, we don't have. And we want to be in control. And that's our error. We are not saying, I'm stable enough to participate in what is going to unfold. We are saying, I'm not stable, so I need everything to be exactly how it is. In order to keep things exactly how it is, I must be against celebration. So I am preventing evolution. I'm preventing the play. I'm preventing the dynamism of life. I'm preventing it. You see, there are people who want nothing to change. They want to keep things exactly how they are because they got it under control. If you have a friend, they want you to remain the same. Why? Because the moment you change, you grow, they lost their orientation and they've used that orientation for some reason for themselves. So there are forces that is against creation. You must understand, an airplane cannot stall. It has to keep moving. It has to have velocity. If not, it doesn't have lift. The moment it stalls, it crashes. So is life. It has to be a participation. It has to be a flow. It has to be a movement. Thus, to me, it is a celebration. Everything is celebrating. The earth, the sun, the moon is rotating. They're going. They're moving. So we don't want that flow. You see, we want to be manipulative, We build on the constant. We don't build on the non-constant. We need things to be similar so we can exploit it. So maybe the absence of celebration is because of the desire to exploit. When I do not have the desire to exploit, then I give in to celebration. I let life unfold. What do you say? What come may, is it?
What come may. What come may. But where does this notion come from? I mean, obviously, your definition of celebration is not one that is shared commonly by everybody, right? Maybe some people. Where does this notion come from?
For me,
Yeah. Or
this,
this idea of celebration as a process almost.
no, it's not my idea, it's the fact. To me, it is just a fact. If you ever been in rainforest, if you ever been anything, if you really have the eyes to see, it feels like everything is celebrating. Everything is exploding. I was in a desert in Arizona with Wendy once. And I thought desert would be dead. I was
No.
like, no, oh my God.
The desert is so alive.
I was like, wow, it's like a dynamic. So celebration is bowing to the dynamism of life, I think.
There's this painter, her name is Georgia O'Keeffe. Do you know who she is? I love her work. She's a feminist painter and she paints skulls in the desert. And she says she paints the skulls in the desert because it's precisely what makes the desert so alive. I know.
Must go check it out. What's the name again?
Georgia O'Keeffe,
Georgia O'Keeffe.
feminist painter.
Okay. I will be the masculine painter.
All right, then. The misogynist painter.
I'm the misogynist. I don't know that I'm a misogynist.
You are not.
I'm not. I don't even know what the word means.
What you're basically saying is that the process of life in and of itself, the particles in the air, the sun in the sky, all of it is celebration.
Yeah, it's in movement. It's in a dynamic movement.
So celebration as a concept is not a static.
Yeah, it's dynamic.
It's dynamic.
Non-celebration is static. It's also the known. So celebration is the unknown too. And since we want to reduce everything to the known, I'm not against knowing, but I'm against reducing only to the knowing. By denying the unknown, you kill celebration. You see, mystery exists no matter how much we decipher life. There are things we haven't deciphered and we never will decipher. We keep going on. To me, that is celebration. You know what is celebration? You are not reduced to the known of you. Celebration is you are not reduced to the known only of you. If you say, I'm only this, celebration dies. I know this much as me. What is unknown about me is still vast.
How do you think the role of how we said earlier, like birthdays and happy things that we celebrate, how does that sort of help us lean into this consistent idea of celebration?
You see, there's a meditation called Nattaraj, It's like you just dance for 40 minutes. Right? Every day you dance.
For 40 minutes?
40 minutes. And then you sit silently 20 minutes quietly. I used to love that meditation. You know why? It sets the tone for the day of exploration, of moving. So what you need to do is you need to find out, how am I missing celebration? How is celebration being restricted in me? And how can I be in that spirit of celebration? Suddenly you start seeing you are not limited. You are infinite. Suddenly you realize, I am not only this, there's something more to me. Something begins to happen. I'm not sure whether that's a question you asked, but this, you say?
No, I'm wondering, right? Like a modern day idea of celebration, our parties, our dinners, all these special events that we celebrate for people that we love, we show up for them. How do you think doing things like that helps us sort of come closer to being more aligned with this definition of celebration?
No, you must not miss a chance to celebrate. You must not. Whether birthdays, whether it's a wedding, just celebrate. Make celebration the norm. The non-celebration, not the norm. Because in celebration, whatever celebration you participate, you discover that part of you that is ever growing. You see, when life collapses, when psychology collapses, when there is nothing more, when I'm only this. That's why nothing fails like success, Once you succeed and you make that it's over. Like I know someone, And I almost told that person, I'm so sorry for you. The person won an Olympic gold medal very young. I said, what more are you going to look forward to this life? It's like you're over. You're over. Actually, that's a tragedy. That's not a compliment. That's not. Because now you're going to defend that. I already reached the peak.
And that's in opposition of celebration, right?
Celebration is whatever I've done. Nothing much. There is more. There is more. I am ever expanding. Now they are saying the universe is expanding. Of course.
I don't know what that means. I don't want to know what
They
that
say it's
means.
still growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And they're saying the universe is expanding. I think they're just reading its nature of unlimitedness is expanding. That's all mathematics can do and physics can do.
Do you think that people have forgotten about celebration and forgotten about forward motion in this way?
No, I think, yes, I think people have forgotten there is more. They crystallize. You are not just this. A child, you know why it's happy? It's not it. By height, by age, it knows it's got something to go. But somewhere near 30, people think this is all I am. And then they live a self-condemning life. So this is all I am. Everything else, they feel like they have to pretend and lie. The day you crystallize, this is in the Bible, they say, no, he who is like a child shall enter my kingdom of God. I think it's a beautiful statement in this context. A child is not yet done. No. Your body is capable of producing incredible amount of energy, alive energy, provided it is expanding, it is growing. It is not limited. The error of most people is they get identified. The moment you get identified, you don't celebrate. So the smallest part that we have available now is we celebrate birthdays and New Year's and wedding. At least it still lives on because now it feels like it's an opening. Why do people celebrate a new year? Another year, an excuse to imagine something more can happen. Right? So can I say the absence of celebration is when the more is removed? Which means your exercise must be not to limit yourself to this, to know there is more that I've yet to discover. The day you think this is all I am, you kill celebration. Right?
Because
the culture that doesn't support celebration is the culture that says we got it. This is it. Nothing more can happen.
I'm cheekily smiling because I think Swedish culture is like that.
No comment.
No comment. But it seems like limiting beliefs are what stop people from celebration.
Egoisticalness. I am it. I got it. This is it. There cannot be anything more. Can you see the suicidal state? They found out people in the third world celebrate more than people in the first world. People in the third world sometimes are happier. They are more out there. Why? They have something to look forward to. Here they think this is it. We got it. We are the best in the world. And what you are saying is there is nothing more. The moment you say there is nothing more, you have just gone extinct.
Okay, I don't know if I'm veering too far off topic here, but you know how you said the egoistical people, the limiting belief people, we talk about the idea of concept of drillers. These are people who, when you think of a boat, they get on the boat and they drill holes in the boat.
Right.
If you are able to separate yourself from a driller, can they keep you accountable to saying, hey, my ego's not going to get too big because it's me making use of the driller. Hey, you're going to keep poking holes in my theory, but in a sense, maybe I need a few holes poked so I don't become so egoistical that I get to the point where I say, I've done it.
Yeah. Maybe you need the driller.
Is that the use of a driller?
Maybe. I don't know. It's something you have to talk to Paul about it. You spend a lifetime studying those guys.
Because in a sense that they might not be celebrating, they might be stagnant, but you show...
No. In that context, a driller has no value.
I'm talking about them, but you show me that I am still in process.
No, they are not showing you are in a process. They are showing you are only this. Right? If not, they won't drill a hole in a boat. When you drill a hole in the boat stagnates. It doesn't move forward. So you cannot bring a driller as any value. But I tell you, the quality of celebration can only exist when I'm moving, when I'm flowing, when I'm participating, when I'm part of the expansion, when my yesterday is my yesterday, today is my today, tomorrow is my tomorrow. I am just a bridge of what can come to be. And I think that is the state of the body. Do you know what the body needs? It needs to look forward to something, It needs to flow towards. When a body is not flowing towards, it grows old and it dies. So if I'm not looking forward to, the other day I read a quote, it's not that we stop playing because we grow old. We grow old when we stop playing. I like that quote. It's not that when we grow old, we stop playing. When we stop playing, we grow old. And playing is the participation of the more. Right? So the way you see you is very important. Some people don't want to be a part of this, They want to create a perfect world or hallucinate a perfect state and then quit. They want life to be static. And this idea, almost everybody who promised a perfect world destroyed. Like I was watching yesterday and a few days I was studying about what Pol Pot did and what Mao did and what they did in the name of the Great Leap, in the name of perfection of society. They killed their own people. 50, 60, 100 million people they killed.
Huge genocide.
And the catastrophe they brought.
And the countries have not recovered.
They will find very hard time to recover. But now hear this carefully. This is almost Krishna, If you study Lord Krishna, that's what he says, Leela, play. His methodology, celebrate. That's why they use the flute as a symbol, play. Participate. When there is no ego, you can laugh. When there is no ego, you can celebrate. And whenever you celebrate, you are in movement. Whenever you are in movement, you are loving. Whenever you are loving, you are content. And that contentment doesn't destroy the forward movement more so. The contentment is the stability you need to move forward. To me, celebration is life. And if you are not in a celebrating state, then what's wrong? Then you are ill.
And you are stuck.
Then you're stuck. And hear this, we entertain too many people who are not celebrating life. And we want to show empathy, compassion and that is why they are like that. They want to stop you from celebrating because they are living a self-condemned life, because they are being egoistical. And the ego is they think they are, do you know at one time they say all road leads to Rome? And what happened? At one time China thought they were it. They closed their door to the world. We are it. Any civilization that thought they are it became extinct by the sheer mathematics of it. The moment they say they are it, they're going to defend. They're not going to allow anything more. When they don't allow anything more, they are not evolving. When they're not evolving, extinction happens. And whenever a country says this is it, it becomes oppressive. It kills celebration. It doesn't allow the movement. But what happens when things are moving? You cannot exploit it because it's dynamic. You only can be right by it. You cannot be egoistical. You see, humanity, part of human being, they have this desire to be perfect. And the whole notion of perfection is once I'm perfect, I don't have to change, I don't have to evolve, I have perfect control. And if at all they achieve the perfect control, they destroy the dynamism. So don't grow old.
What's the point of it being perfect though?
Yeah. In Hinduism, there is a god named Lord Muruga, and Malaysia is one of the biggest statue of it.
At Batu Caves.
Batu Caves is one of the biggest statue of. Lord Muruga is Shiva's son. Who is Shiva's son? A man who's young. Why do they depict him young? He's growing. And he's the god for victory. He's the god for Jayam. He's got the veil. What is the symbology behind it? It's the state of perpetual young, perpetual evolving. Do you know the amount of philosophy that has come out? And it keeps coming out. New masters produce new insights. So it's an evolving state, not a static state, not a perfection. I don't think anybody has the right to say, this is it. You don't have. This is it. At one time, dinosaur was it. Before that, the sea creatures were it. Right now, it appears we are it. We don't know. But what I think you are trying to get at is, what is celebration? The answer is the authentic state of me and you. The absence of it, I'm ill. So I must find myself to remain in a state of celebration. So any excuse to celebrate, celebrate.
Okay, but you know that someone like me, right? I love to have celebrations. Any occasion to throw a party, I'm throwing a party. We hit 10.
You should run a class how to celebrate. Apshi has the PhD in it. I always tell people, go to my daughter and learn how to enjoy life.
Yeah, I mean, if something good happens in my life, we are all eating cake and we're all drinking wine and we're all going to be happy and we're all going to enjoy together. But there are some people that are just too humble for it. They're just too good for it. They don't need to celebrate their wins. They don't need to celebrate their birthdays. What's up with them?
Why are you considering these people?
I'm just curious. I feel bad for them.
No, they mean very little to me even to give any opinion about them. I don't even want to answer that question. It is their thing, do whatever you want. You want to be grumpy, you don't want to be this. No. I don't even want to, I don't even know what to say about them. I think they are not against celebration for them. They're just against you celebrating you. They just want to kill your joy. They just want to retard you. These are the people who condemn they cannot be more, and the only way to be more is to make you less. And giving them any energy is the worst thing you can do. I didn't know this, and this is a relief. I always tell Paul, thank you. He said, I can leave the drillers alone. I can get rid of them. I can walk away. For the longest time, I had a moral question like you. Maybe I have to answer these people. Maybe I have to pay attention. He says that's their game plan. And what Paul gave me is what I've responded to you. I have nothing to say. Good luck to them. Good luck. You choose your way. I choose my way. Knock yourself out. You want to be miserable. You don't want to celebrate your birthday. You want to sit at home. Good for you. It's your right to do. This world can house you too. But I am not going there. I am choosing something else. I think your error, this is now I'm talking to you. I think you want to answer everyone who gave you the right to do that.
No, I just feel like, don't you want to be joyful too? Or
Why are you asking them?
I guess I'm also thinking, projecting onto them now, like, why are you not doing that? Come on, it's your birthday. Like, you cannot, I'm happy to do for myself for my birthday, and I want my friends are included in that. But when I see people are like, oh no, I won't do it for myself. Maybe somebody will do it. I'm like, do it for yourself.
You see, they're supposed to follow you. Why you are trying to follow them?
I'm not trying to follow them, I'm trying to understand that.
Trying to understand them is to go where they are. Just ask them to follow you. Like I'm doing the painting and I'm doing painting beautifully and the person is messing up. I don't want to go understand why you're messing up. Here, this is how it's done. Follow me. Because I'm not going to spend time figuring out why they are making a mess. That is theirs to figure out.
Yeah.
And I've spent a lifetime doing what you did, trying to grasp why these people are the way it is. I have an insight for humanity. At least it has been an insight. I can walk away. I don't want to know. Like what you say, talk to the hand, talk to the booty, the hands off duty. Your sister will say. Talk to the booty,
the hands
off duty.
Okay, la, you two can say that you two have big booties, la. For the rest of us out here, up in the gym, trying to do them squats.
This is bad. This is bad.
No, but I guess like...
Who told you need to care about everybody?
That is... Nobody told me to do that. But what I'm also... I guess I'm asking for everybody in a sense is that like there are people who are almost afraid to do for themselves that nobody else will care. I'm afraid to throw a birthday party because nobody else will come.
Is this, I don't know how to answer this, that each person must answer. Each person must answer. But all I'm saying is find an excuse to celebrate. We like happy people
Yeah.
in general. We like people who are joyful. We don't go to that person's house and say, let's go meet him. He'll always be miserable. Now we can get together and be miserable. Let's go to that club. You know why? There everybody's ugly, everybody's sad, everybody's miserable. No, we don't do that. We say, let's go there. This is happening. Let's go with that instinct. Go there. Go to places where people are happy and learn how to be happy. You know? But I think this is where your empathy, your compassion must come carefully. You know, maybe this is wrong for me to say, but I'll say it anyway. I'm saying it to my daughter. There are people who don't care about them.
Yeah.
Unless they show they care about themselves, don't be pulled into to care about somebody who don't care about themselves, because there are enough people who care about themselves that we can care for. This one person, that's how they make themselves all, you know. I tell you, in this universe, and there's billions of people, what makes one person more special? And that's how they become special. And in order for you to give attention to these losers, you have to betray all the winners, all the faithful, all the living. Like I have disciples. I will put my energy to my disciples that I love, who love me, who are right by me. Why would I put energy into this idiot? That's his luck. Good luck to him. I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to explain. That is not my work. Unless if I'm a therapist and they are seeking. And even the therapist, only the person who go for help can the therapist help.
Yeah.
These are the people who want you to abandon everybody else so they become something. I don't care.
And I guess in a sense, they also want you to take responsibility for their celebration.
That's it. No, they want you to give up the responsibility over yourself and make them your primary responsibility. By that, whatever hell they are going through, you are responsible. I'm not saying we shouldn't be responsible, but this is gaslighting, isn't it? This is conning. This is cheating you. So, do you know there's one movement in the world, you know, everybody wants to be the one. They will get it one way or another. They will get it one way or another. The goal is I must be the only one. I'm telling you this podcast I give you, there are people you don't have to care about. Thank you very much. Good luck to you. Namaste. Do a Shakira and walk away. You know, walk away. I think that is what detachment is. You must understand, when Appa became a sannyasa and a monk those days when I was doing it, one of the greatest things is to remain detached, you know. I didn't get it. How come detachment is part of love? You know what is detachment? You do you, I do me. I need all the energy for me to live me. I let you answer you. I am not your answer. I am not your answer. And they want to throw everything onto you. So you are so burdened by them, you remove everybody else. Be very careful. You do you, I do me. You do the best. If there's something for me to do for you, I'm more than happy to do. But the game is, how can I make myself all and make you quit you is the game. Walk away.
Before we end, what's a practice that somebody watching could do to remind themselves that they're...
ABC. Let me explain the ABC. The way I created it many, many years ago. I am, you are. I have to answer me, you have to answer you, and there is a space. You do you, I do me, and then we meet. Two persons who have taken responsibility for themselves can sit together. So first, remain detached. Do not let anybody persuade you. You remain you as much as you give them the right to be them. Establish the ABC. Then, in meeting them, recognize you are here. Always remember you are here. This I tricks us, you know, when I look at you, I forget I'm here. I must remind myself, in looking at you, I must remind that I'm here looking. And if you can establish that for long periods of time, suddenly you're grounded. Suddenly you are here, and suddenly you catch yourself celebrating. And whenever you are celebrating, you're participating in the promise of what can come to be. And then it comes to pass. That would be the practice.
That would be the practice. And also, I would say, if you ever feel happy, you know, you should eat some cake, drink some wine.
I can't eat cake, no wine, but I'll try to eat something else.
You can eat a sugar-free cake and alcohol-free wine.
Alcohol-free wine?
Grape juice.
Grape juice. I'll take grape juice. I'll take my Bundaberg. But I think if you ever are in a space you are not celebrating, something is wrong. Your effort must be to be constantly in a state of celebration,
Yeah.
in the upward flow.
Everybody is worth celebrating. Everybody is worth
Right. But
forward
first,
motion.
take care of you. Begin with you. People will abuse you. That is out there. The drillers are out there. This whole question is because of the drillers. If not, there's no question.
Okay. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Thank you.